Yeah, I can go first. It was so hard for me to do the K-pop music video. Like I am sort of like most of my life I'm an awkward comic, and then all of a sudden I had to rap WAP, and I felt like every time it was like, can you add more swagger? And I was like, what swagger? Like where am I gonna find this swagger? So that was really tough to see me like come in just like trying to be a pop star. It is very hard for me to watch.
I think that the most embarrassing thing for me, well, I think I would say that the most embarrassing thing for me was not even with me, it was with a body double. When I read it on the page, the tattoo reveal, when I read the tattoo reveal on the page, it was so hilarious. And I felt, I didn't have any, I'm pretty courageous when it comes to being unhinged. And all of a sudden, when we were actually doing it and I was seeing the art being placed on the body, I was like, my mom is going to see this. This is nuts. This is crazy. But I feel really grateful for our creative team, our producers, our director, because they really allowed me into the process of making sure that that the beats lined up in a way that made me feel good in the story. And they invited me into the editing process for that moment so that we could make sure that the reveal was shocking, hilarious, but not too gratuitous, which is, I think, a really fine line to walk. But I feel really proud and, body positive, sex positive, tattoo positive that people are responding to it with such delight. I mean, I think the big joy of our film is that it is completely specific, but the intention is just to have a good time and to be completely hilarious and fun and a love letter to this type of raunch com that we all grew up watching but never got to see ourselves in. So I think Sabrina has a really good joke that they like to say, you should just tell it about the sort of whiplash of press.
Oh yeah, I mean, I guess one funny thing about promoting this movie is like half the time we're like, because we're like a rated R movie, like we want to like celebrate women a lot. So we're like, yeah, hey sluts, like this is for you. Like we're half the time we're like, cut bitch slut whore. But also the other half of the time we're like, representation is so important, or like, we're raunchy, we're nasty, we will stop Asian hate. Like it's like I'm exaggerating, but it's sort of like this movie is showing the line between like we're having fun and we're being messy. And I guess because that is something that is still pretty rare to see with faces like ours, it feels also really important. So it's sort of both like just a really fun time. And that is something that is missing, with people like us and the movies that we make or get to make. And that's what makes it kind of important.
Well, yeah, I just think that the groundbreaking nature of this film is inherent because it's these four bodies, but also what's ironic is that nobody was asking the cast of The Hangover, like, what do you think this film means? And I do
For white men, what
yeah.
is this is so important for white men.
So it's like it is so important. And I think it is just, we also wanted to not have to take ourselves too seriously while embedding the story with a lot of cultural specifics that feel very important to shine a light on. But it is still a comedy.
I would just say, if anything, it breathes new life. Like one cool takeaway is like, hey, broad comedies are not dead. Actually, there's still so much room for more stories in this like genre and in this style. And like we should just fill it in with like people of different backgrounds. There's so many more fresh takes on this like road trip comedy idea.
I mean, I think we have a very special friendship between the four of us. And we've said this before in press, but no one's really been shining a light on it. And I know 10 years from now, I'm still going to be really proud and happy that Sabrina was game to lift my dress up in the train car and pretend to put Coke in my butt. And I will never forget that moment because it was the last day of filming. And it wasn't just a little gag that we thought was really funny, but the crew also thought was hilarious, and our camera ops were making sure that they could get an angle that makes sure it reads, and it just felt like it's, you know, a millisecond in the film, but it was such a team effort of like us hive minding and understanding the sense of humor in the film, and everybody just being like, yes, let's pull this off.
Thanks for watching the You Interview channel. With over 3,000 original celebrity videos, we have one of the largest collections of celebrity interviews anywhere. So remember to like and comment on our videos and subscribe to the channel. If you want to get more involved, you can become a member of the channel. Membership has its perks. You can see exclusive celebrity videos and get the opportunity to ask our celebrity guests questions. We can't wait to hear from you.